All right, hello everyone. So this is part 2 of a one-day show, which is now our first
Wimbledon, but second show.
Yeah, it's our second show for current Wimbledon news and kind of our fantasy team update, as her and I have a competition. So if you didn't see the first video, we just did the women's side of the Wimbledon draw, notable wins, notable losses, some discussions about some of those matches. And we wanted to do both men's and women's in one show, and we just didn't get the opportunity to do that. So we are doing the men's now. Again, if you're curious about the women's side and how some of the women did and some of the results, and don't necessarily want to listen to other outlets, then check out our previous video that was just done. Alright, so we're going to bounce right in to the men, to completed matches for today. The men's should go a little bit quicker, I would think, than the women's, because there was only really one big upset that really hurt me badly. So just a heads up on this. So I'm going to give much love still to the viewer Vivek. I'm not mad at you. I still love you. I still like my Dimitrov pick. I would do it again. I had Nadal in my bracket. And because he has been shaky, and I guess I shouldn't have bought into the Nadal news, and he plays an exhibition and lost to what?
Puig.
So I kind of at the last minute said, you know what, this might be Dimitrov's time to shine. So I pulled Nadal, 17-time Grand Slam winner. I pull him and toss him out. Don't even use him, and put Dimitrov in.
Ooh.
However, Dimitrov had a first-round match against Wawrinka. Wawa. Dimitrov won the first set decisively, 6-1. The next 3 sets didn't go to game plan. Dimitrov lost in 4, so I immediately at the start of the day, poof, I lose one of my big seeds for my fantasy team right off. I shouldn't have done it. I'm an idiot. I'm stupid. But at the same time, I really thought Dimitrov would win this match.
Yeah, I just have no confidence in Dimitrov. I mean, it's like McEnroe said. He should have won a slam already. It's not going to happen. He said that today. It's just not going to happen. He needs to, like, reevaluate everything, you know, from the coaching to his team to maybe, if he really wants to be a tennis player, maybe try to give 100% into that. I mean, even after the interview, it's like he said, well, Wawrinka was the better player. He deserved to win it. Like, he didn't care. I don't know.
I think he might want to, while he's still young, maybe get into, like, bathing suit modeling.
They should have never called him Baby Federer, because he's far from that.
Yeah, I mean...
Wawrinka came out to play. He came out to prove himself.
Well, and more importantly, to shake off a 1-6 first set and then to come back and just fight, that shows you the Grand Slam winner. He has 2. So, I mean, at the end of the day, for Dimitrov, yeah, I mean, the first set he looked okay. And I mean okay because Wawrinka was error. But Wawrinka found his range, and when Wawrinka found his range, Dimitrov lost his range. He was air, shank, out, wide, inside in, wide, inside out, wide, backhand net, slice net, miss volley in between the legs. Why would you even do that and dump it right in the net? That was like the most ridiculous volley I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about which 2 slams did Wawrinka win?
So Wawrinka won a French Open, and didn't he win a U.S.?
Yeah. I thought maybe he won another one.
No,
but
he won 2.
He won 2, okay.
2. And I may be wrong. If I'm wrong there, I think Wawa has 2. If I'm wrong, hey, comment below, let me know. All right, so Cilic, wait a minute, rewind back to that match real quick. Really big loss for me on my fantasy team, by the way. That will hurt.
Yeah, that one. How you gonna betray Nadal like that?
I am officially never picking Dimitrov ever again.
Did you not watch last night's show between him and that, Wimbledon match?
Strokes of genius. Yeah.
That was awesome to watch.
Still, look, I'm not upset about it. I still like to pick based upon what I saw in Wawrinka prior to this tournament, so I'm not upset about it. I still like my men's final for my fantasy team. No one has the final I have, Cilic, Kyrgios, and Cilic winning it. Most people have Fed Nadal or Fed or Cilic, whatever. But I like my final. I still feel like I'm safe.
Okay.
All right, so Cilic cruises today. 3 sets. He's going deep.
No surprise there.
Beautiful one-handed backhand player. Cole Scriber wins today, number 25 seed in straights.
Yeah, I expected him to win that.
Good job, Cole Scriber. Sam Querrey cruised today in a good-looking match from Sam. I think you picked Sam.
I got Querrey, so I'm happy. Stoked, actually.
Let's go, Querrey. Let's go. Come on. Come on, Querrey. Let's go. Come on. Pui wins today in 4 sets. I picked Pui. Not an incredibly good match. I watched a lot of that match.
I was nervous for him.
Yeah, I mean, it was shaky. I mean, he got through it, but I picked him, but I'm a little worried, but he still looked okay.
Yeah, like I said, I was worried for him. I actually sent him a text because I was somewhere else, and I said, ooh, looks like Pui's going to lose. Looks like you're going to lose one.
My unseeded player. Again, I have 2 unseeded players in my hypothetical draw. One of those being Kachanov, who plays tomorrow, and I have Muller, who played today, and squeaked out a 5-set win. However, 6-1 in the 5th. So, okay, Muller's known to go deep.
He does that a lot.
He goes in 5 a lot. So, good to see him win. Federer cruised today in his new Uniqlo attire with the headband with no more Nike symbol on it that I've looked at since he played, Philippoussis in the 2001 Wimbledon final. I mean, he has they use that, the golden Nike symbol and the golden shirt. We love you, Fed, but that was kind of an interesting look there.
I didn't like it. Gosh, I didn't like it at all.
Man.
I didn't like it at all. It just was so plain. It's not better. I missed the Nike.
Yeah, I mean, hey, different strokes for different folks, and it's a work in progress, surely. The sponsorship has nothing to do with why we're even talking about this.
No.
Just say, food for thought, fun topic, whatever. I didn't really care for the blandness, but I think they'll probably work that out by next year's Wimbledon. If Roger still plays.
Ooh, okay.
But wouldn't you think...
He signed a 10-year deal. I don't... He's not going to play tennis till he's 47?
Well, no, but they'll keep him attained, so they'll have that Michael Jordan type logo, forever. So they'll find his logo, they'll put it out, and then they've got him after retirement. So potentially Uniqlo, could they turn into a Jordan brand of shoes type thing? I don't know. We'll see.
Sorry, I don't think they'll happen.
Business 101. Maybe they have a good business model and it'll work out, right? I think so. Maybe not. Coric. Big upset. Well, not really. Coric, born a Coric, who won against Federer just last week, lost in straight sets to Daniil Medvedev. Now, we've spoken about Medvedev. We have spoken about it.
Yes, we have.
But he got punished by Medvedev.
That's disappointing for that youngster, because here he is, warmed up for Wimbledon, beat Federer. He should have gotten past this match. I'm sure he should have won this match.
Well, we've talked about Medvedev
But
before.
he should have won this match. This is a setback. To me, if I'm in his shoes, that's a setback. Now I got to think again and start working. How can I get now past the first round in slams and not just win the smaller tournaments?
That's a good point. I guess
he's like Severbev. Same thing. They can win these Masters, but when they get to these slams, they seem to choke.
Yeah, I mean, that is a good point. A setback, maybe. I think it's just another speed bump that these young players have crossed over or crossed over. Medvedev is about the same age type player and on the same trajectory. And I think Coric, if you had them both on kind of a parallel trajectory, Coric started to take off and then did mellow out for a while. And I think Medvedev just kind of stayed on a flat rate. And I think kind of it was going up and then down. They evened back out. They met each other. And I think Coric had just won, so they deviated. And I think Coric came back about down to where Medvedev is. And then Medvedev kind of crept up a little bit. We talked about Medvedev before.
But you talked about Coric, how you were thinking of picking him.
Yes, and I didn't pick him because I knew that match was there. I knew Medvedev was a threat. But then again, I knew Wawrinka was a threat to Dimitrov. So is that really an excuse for me to take that?
No.
Yeah, it's kind of whack. Dimitrov, what are you doing? Ah, Dimitrov, man. Like a little baby out there.
He needs to go back to his pussycat doll singer girlfriend.
Yeah, he needs to do something.
He was better off with Sharapova. At least he was winning some matches.
Didn't Dimitrov date Serena and Sharapova?
Yes.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't think that either one of them are. I mean, Serena's married with a baby. Sharapova's.
But they're both Grand Slam champions.
Hey, maybe that was his key to being tied to a Grand Slam win, was being hooked up with one of them.
Oh,
but
it's just gossip now.
Anyway. All right, so moving forward. So Roddick cruised today, big server. We all know Roddick's been to a final here. Is he a threat to go deep?
Yes, he's actually a threat. I don't like him. Never liked his style of play, but he is a big man with a big game, and he has a good chance. Just like Goran Ivanisevic, that's his coach. He has a good chance of winning Wimbledon.
That's a good tandem. Good knowledge drop too. Goran, I think he won a Wimbledon, didn't he?
Yes, he won it as a wild card.
Do you know who Goran beat in that final? Was it Rafter?
I think it was.
Maybe. I don't know. I think Goran beat Rafter, but I'm maybe wrong there. I had Dimitrov written down here again as losing. I don't want to talk anymore about that match. That hurt me. Dimitrov. God. Anyway, just kidding. Vivek, I'm with you. We're going to stay strong with Dimitrov, at least in thought. But when it comes down to passing a test or, some type of MCAT test and your questions are A, B, C, D, and one of your answers is Dimitrov, don't waste your time on that pick. All right, moving forward. So we had the young Greek kid, Tsitsipas. Nice one-handed backhand, won in 4 sets. I still think Tsitsipas is a little young to hang deep in these tournaments, but good for Tsitsipas.
Well, he'll meet Donaldson, who won his next match. I'm looking at my draw. That's how I know.
Awesome.
But Tsitsipas has a great chance of moving on now to the 3rd round. I think he'll beat Donaldson. Good for Donaldson for winning his match.
Yeah, I was just going to say, good for Donaldson. Let's go, Donaldson. Let's go. I think you Donaldson, I think Jared Donaldson, I think is his first name. I think he has an equal opportunity to get into a 3rd round.
He does.
I think Donaldson lost his mind at a tournament long ago and made a scene of himself at the ref. Is that him?
That was ugly to watch. Yes, that was him.
So maybe if I can just throw out a little bit of wisdom to you, Donaldson, I don't think you're going to see this type of behavior out of Tsitsipas. I think he makes a lot of court or shot selection errors. Tsitsipas does, pushing volleys up the center of the court instead of going ahead and putting the point away, staying neutral when he's in an offensive position instead of going for shots. I didn't watch his match today. I saw the highlights, 4 sets against I don't know who.
Yassiri.
Basiri, good knowledge.
Yassiri. I have him here.
See,
so.
She's my research technician over here. I'm just kidding. She does a great job. But Donaldson has a chance here. But Donaldson, if you're going to get your panties in a wad over some BS in this tournament, then Tsitsipas, being young, will still wipe you off the court. But this is a good opportunity.
It's a great opportunity for either player to move. I mean, Tsitsipas has the better game, but Donaldson could beat him, so we'll see. And again, going back to your Dimitrov match with Wawrinka, this opens up a lot for Wawrinka. A lot of possibilities.
Yeah, I think Wawrinka is in this part of the draw,
He's
right?
in that part of the draw, yeah.
So I think Wawrinka may just have gotten himself back on the world stage.
Yeah.
Right? But go Donaldson. Go Tsitsipas for that matter. But here you got 2 young kids playing each other. I think it's a matter of mentality here. Who's got the stronger mind and who can stay calm and collected. I see this match going 5 sets, potentially, between these 2.
For Donaldson, this could be a life changer, in my opinion. If he can get through Tsitsipas, then it'll get him better. Make him want to be better and more noticeable to other players, because he's like your typical Donald Young right now, and Ryan Harrison
for either player. Which player has more lifetime implications? Meaning, let me define. Which player has more opportunity for major letdown and career going downhill? In other words, if Tsitsipas loses, does he shake it off better than Donaldson would shake off a loss? Who takes a loss harder here?
The loss would be harder for Tsitsipas because he's the one that we're always looking at as he's the future of tennis with Severbev, Shapovalov, Thiem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if he lost, it would be like, you have to kind of rethink that. For Donaldson, it's a bonus. He didn't expect to get to the 1st round, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And to get to a 3rd round, I'm sure no one expected that.
See, I have a slight disagreement there. I think, and I've coached in the country club type setting here in the United States for a while. Don't anymore, but I have spent my time there. And when I see the little baby attitude with the umpire against the referee of this previous tournament a couple of weeks ago, that tells me a lot about a player. If I'm a coach, for me, and I have a student that is whining at the referee like in a bad way, that wasn't even a good thing.
No.
That was really an ugly show. I think he got booed from the crowd there, I think. For me, that's unacceptable. If it was my son, I would have dragged him off the court and defaulted him, whether he was up or not. Would I have not?
Sure.
I would have done it. No stranger to doing that over bad court conduct if they're my own kids. So what I see in Gerald Donaldson is someone that has been in Tennis Magazine, that someone that has been talked up for a couple of years now. I mean, he's been on tour for a little while, a couple of years. So I feel like when we're in America and we're wrapped into this Twitter and not my life and not your life, but I know a lot of people's lives in American sports rely on their likes or dislikes on their Twitter accounts and their. All I'm getting at is I see a loss from Donaldson going on a big hate mail thing on social media and I think for an American bratty tennis player, and I'm not calling you out as a brat, I'm just saying you look like one at the last tournament going on the ref. So if you want to prove something to me or to the world, win this match. And if not, don't be offended when people still call you a brat after the couple week ago performance with the ref incident. So if you want to win, be a man, then win. If you want to lose, then don't get too sad when people call you a brat. That's all I'm saying. Did that even come out right?
Yeah, I understand totally.
Okay.
But again, I think that Tsitsipas has a more of a promising career, so we're looking at him like he should get through this match.
Yeah,
whereas at Donaldson, if he wins, we're like, wow, okay.
Yeah, I think Tsitsipas makes it through this match relatively easily, and I think Donaldson may need to, I don't know, not put faith in a sports psychologist to get you out of the funk or whatever caused the referee deal, but just look at yourself. And if you win, then take that win, put it under your belt, and keep getting stronger. But I think Tsitsipas, if he loses the match, he shakes it out. Hey, I'm still young. He goes back and he trains where he trained with that kind of young fighter attitude that I see in his swag on the court. But Donaldson, when you're yelling at a ref, I just see a pouting baby. Don't you get me?
Yes, I understand.
All right. Anyway, we're gonna move forward from that topic. I just hate seeing people whine at referees. Just deal with it. They're human beings too. Just go easy on the refs. I think John McEnroe was the best at it. We don't need another McEnroe. I love McEnroe, but he was tough on those refs, man. He was tough.
And John McEnroe is one of a kind.
One of a kind.
Can't repeat that again.
Yeah, I mean, we love John, but we don't.
We watched Roddick do it, but he came out looking as a hole.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna
wasn't funny.
We're gonna move forward. So, good information on the Donaldson match. So Anderson today, number 8 seed, won. He cruised. We had Monfils. I love Monfils, unseeded player. The Frenchman beat his countryman Gasquet in straight sets. Go Monfils. I like it.
Yeah, not shocking. I mean, I told my son, are you sure you want to pick Gasquet?
Yeah. All right, so we had, again, Donaldson that we just mentioned today. Again, I'll switch from the pessimistic view of Donaldson and my ambitions for him. And I'm just fighting as a U.S. tennis fan. I really hope for a lot. So I'm really hard on the U.S. tennis players. I am. I'm really hard on them because I'm tired of watching bogusness. So, excuse me if I'm really hard on the U.S. tennis players, but that's just me. I really am a fan of U.S. tennis. So, Donaldson won in 3 sets. Good for you. But please, Donaldson, I love you, man, but please don't bring the little kid bratty attitude on the court and bring a fighter attitude and leave the baby stuff at home.
Totally agree.
Isner won in 3 sets. Good job, John. Veteran for a long time. His serve was on. He cruised through.
He looked good.
Good job, Isner. I don't have him going terribly far, by the way. Another American player, McDonald. I hadn't heard of McDonald.
I didn't either, but I had to tell you because, I mean, you've seen Berankis play before, so...
Yeah, McDonald, a U.S. player I had not heard of, beat Berankis in 4 sets. Now, Berankis, I was at the U.S. Open in 2007, and I had an opportunity to see Berankis play. I want to say it was Jerzy Janowicz, I'm almost certain, on a far court for the junior boys final, and Berankis did win that match. I think it was in straight sets over Jerzy Janowicz. So, is that a big deal? Really? Not really, because Berankis hasn't done much on the pro circuit. He's been around. He hasn't really been a really strong, consistent player. But good for McDonald, the U.S. player. We'll see what happens with him.
He'll face Krajinovic.
Krajinovic, yeah.
Krajinovic,
Yeah.
So has a good chance.
All right, and for the last notable win today, at least on this half of the draw, was Ryan Harrison, who won in 3 sets today. So that is 4 U.S. men that won today. I think that, hey, it deserves an applause.
Yeah, that does. I was looking to see who Ryan Harrison plays on the next round.
Check it out. I'm going to check the camera and make sure we're good. All right. So, if you get that, let me know. All right, so...
he'll actually face Mannarino.
Mannarino. So Ryan Harrison plays Mannarino in the second round?
Yes.
That's a tough match. If I had to choose that match, I would probably choose Mannarino here.
Same here.
Mannarino, I think, just beat Monfils in Turkey, and I think Mannarino won that tournament in Turkey just last week, I think. So he seems to be probably pretty fresh. All right, notable matches tomorrow. We just spoke about Ryan Harrison. He has a younger brother, Christian Harrison, obviously a U.S. player, that plays Nishikori tomorrow. Good match. Christian could win this. Nishikori's more of a clay guy for me. I mean, he can win some matches here on grass, but he's been a little rocky lately. So, hey, go Christian Harrison.
Yeah, ever since Nishikori's been injured, he hasn't looked the same. I'm not sure what Michael Chang's telling him, but he just hasn't looked rock solid. He had a good game a couple years ago. Yeah. Even last year, he was doing really well.
Yeah, I don't know.
He was close.
Injuries, personal stuff.
He got to quite a few semis.
Yeah. So, hopefully Nishikori's good. I mean, he seems like a fighter. And I don't know if he's had injury issues. And he has.
And he has a coach that, I mean, Michael Chang was a fighter.
Yeah,
He fought. He was a small thing, but he was a fighter.
Yeah, Michael Chang used to play with my sister in doubles or mixed doubles at San Diego Tennis Club in Southern California, and that was in Carlsbad. This was probably I would say 1980, 1981 time frame, somewhere in there on the hills in Southern California. So, hey, Chang's a great player. He won a French Open serving underhanded. I think he got
to many finals.
He beat Edberg or Lendl. I can't remember who.
Yeah, he got to many finals. Got to U.S. Open. We used to when I lived in New York, we used to watch him come for the. He was sponsored by Prince and Reebok, so we used to watch him. He
played with the old Graphite, the Prince Graphite 90. Yeah. Or he played with the 110, I think.
He wasn't a big guy, but he always fought. He tried his best.
He did. Good job, Chang.
And that's what Nishikori reminds me of, but lately it doesn't seem that way.
Well, we'll see what happens here. Christian Harrison has a chance. Del Potro plays tomorrow. We'll see how he does. I think she picked him.
I have him in my draw, so I'm guessing he'll win tomorrow.
All right, Kyrgios takes on he's number 15. Kyrgios takes on Eastamine. Could be a rocky match for Kyrgios, but I think Kyrgios should sail. Again, I have Kyrgios going to the final. I think he can do it. I know he's got his problems. I got my problems. Everybody has problems. Life is tough. But I think Kyrgios eventually is going to get to that corner where he has to make a decision whether I'm going to win something big or if I'm going to lose something big. And I feel like he's on that corner to win something big.
I feel different from you. Kyrgios could lose any day. It's just how he feels. Does he feel like playing? If he doesn't feel like playing tennis tomorrow, he won't win.
I agree with that. I think Kyrgios is going to grow up here sooner. I'm expecting it this tournament. Wishful thinking, maybe, but we'll see. Let's go. Come on. All right, so I got Verdasco, number 30 seed, taking on Tiafoe, another American player tomorrow. I see Verdasco winning this match, not because he's necessarily a lot better than Tiafoe, but Verdasco's very experienced.
And tough. He won't give up. I'm from the USA, so hopefully Tiafoe can pull off an upset.
Good match, though. Good match. All right, so tomorrow, Sasha or Alexander Zverev plays Duckworth, who I think is an Australian player. He should sail, right?
He should. Duckworth's like ranked 1,000 in the world, so yeah.
Yeah, and I think Zverev, the younger, is number 4. Edmund, 21 seed, the British number 1 player, plays tomorrow. She picked him. All right, let's see what happens, Edmund.
I'm rooting for him.
He seems like a gentleman. He speaks well. He's humble when interviewed by the media. He seems very polite. Seems like a well-raised young man. I'm rooting for you, Edmund, even though I didn't pick you, and I hope that she loses a player. Because I lost Dimitrov on the men's, and I lost Sloane Stephens on the women's, and she has not lost any
I don't
men.
foresee that happening. But
So I'm still fighting. I'm already 1 down, though. All right, so Fabio Fognini plays tomorrow. I don't think he's going to go very deep here. Still, he deserves mentioning because he's the 19 seed. If it was Clay, we might discuss it a little bit more.
He'll get through his first round.
I agree. Same thing with number 14 seed that plays tomorrow. I don't see any more ability or disability between Fognini and Schwartzman, who plays tomorrow. Schwartzman is a solid player. If it was Clay, I might think about it. But this surface, I think, with his overall package, I think is a little bit suspect here.
Well, I mean, if they both win their matches, they'll probably meet in the third round. They got around the same type of game.
Yeah. All right, so Zumur, D-Z-U-M-H-U-R, the 27 seed, plays this German kid, Marderer. I only mention that because really Zumur is the 27 seed. Marderer we have discussed the past 2 weeks. So maybe it's a good match. I don't think either is going to go deep in the Wimbledon bracket.
I don't either. I couldn't even tell you how they play.
Good luck to both young men tomorrow. Nadal, number 2 seed, plays a tricky player, Dudi Sela. He's been around a while. Sela has made some threats to some top players. I see Nadal though winning this easily, maybe 2-3-3 or 2-3-4.
He'll cruise just like Federer did today.
Exactly. All right, so TM tomorrow plays against Baghdadis. I think TM should win this.
Good little test. Baghdadis was a great player back in the days.
Yeah,
you never know. He has some tricks. You never know. He likes to please the crowd and make it go longer.
Yeah, I think he's gained a little bit of weight. It's a little kind of chunky, but Baghdadis, again, he's been a journeyman for a long time.
He's quite a character.
Wasn't he top 10 in the world at one point?
Yes, he was.
Good luck, Baghdadis. I think TM rolls here. Goffin plays tomorrow, the 10 seed against Ebden. I think Ebden has a chance, but I think Goffin will probably roll here. Maybe in 4 sets, but I think Goffin wins in 4.
I agree.
Jack Sock, another American player, the 18 seed, goes up against an Italian Berrettini tomorrow. I think Sock will win this. I wouldn't be shocked if he loses, though. The last time I saw Sock, it looked like he had developed a little bit of a beer belly, and maybe that was just the shirt he was wearing, but he seemed a little bit out of shape to me to be really fast for the grass.
I think we saw Berrettini play at the French Open. Sock could lose, could win. You know, it's one of those type of matches.
Yeah, shaky. I guess if I had to bet, I would bet on Sock simply because of the surface, playing an Italian who's usually better suited for the clay. But hey, I mean, here it's a coin toss. I don't know. Good luck, Sock, though, obviously. Cecchinato plays tomorrow. Again, I know Cecchinato jumped up into the top 32 in the world when he got to a semifinal of the French, and good for him. He's got a beautiful one-handed backhand. He's a nice young man, good player. But I still don't believe the hype behind him yet. I wouldn't have put him as a 29 seed. I just wouldn't. He plays tomorrow, but I see him maybe losing tomorrow or even losing his next round. He might lose at any point.
Well, hopefully he proves you wrong tomorrow.
He might prove me wrong. I hope so. Good luck, but we'll see. I'm not going to bite my tongue off, but I think Cecchinato is not a top 32 player. I haven't seen it yet. Prove me wrong.
Well, we haven't seen enough of him. That's all it is.
All right, tomorrow, Djokovic plays Sandgren, the U.S. player. I think Djokovic will just destroy him. I think it might even be like 1-0-2.
Sandgren will try his best to upset Djokovic. He really will. Yeah. He's going to give it his all. So
yeah, he'll give it his all.
It's not going to be as easy match as you think.
Obviously, Sandgren's going to fight. He's been around. He's a man, and he's going to fight.
Sure.
But Djokovic, to me, is like a heavyweight fighting a lightweight.
True, yes.
I see Djokovic really going to town here.
Well, he needs to.
A good match for tomorrow. Denis Shapovalov, her boy that she projects being number 1 in the world, I say that again because I don't think so, plays Chardy, the Frenchman. Chardy, I think, will win this match. I think Chardy beats Shapovalov tomorrow.
Well, he beat him in the last tournament they play on grass.
You better hope he doesn't beat him here.
Shapovalov, please win. I'm so tired of hearing him talk smack about you.
I like Shapovalov.
No, you don't.
I do, but I don't think he deserves the hype yet of being number 1 in the world.
He's 19. He's got personality. He's got the game. He's got the style. I think he can do it.
So there can only be one number 1 in the world at each time.
You can rotate. I mean, Nadal's number 1. Federer's number 1 the next week.
But that's
we had
true.
Djokovic as number 1. We had Murray as number 1.
But we have Coric. We have Zverev. We have
I didn't say Coric was going to be number 1.
I didn't either, but I'm saying you have a lot of people that are better.
Yeah, but he's a lot younger.
By like, what, a year?
He's 19.
So are they.
These guys are like 22, 23, 24.
We'll see about that. Chardy, I think, wins that match. Keep your eyes out for Bernard Tomic, who plays tomorrow. I've always been somewhat of a fan of Tomic, at least until he went through his antics, kind of like Kyrgios. But it looks like he's kind of grown up a little bit. I hope Tomic goes out and plays relaxed tomorrow and gets a win. Good luck, Tomic. I almost picked him as an unseeded player, so I wish Tomic luck.
I hope Tomic wins. I mean, I didn't like him in the beginning. I didn't like his style of play, but I think he's been through enough. And it seems like he regrets what he did, and it seems like he wants to win now. He's hungry for it now. So, go Tomic.
Another player that we have followed for many years, many years, is really a dynamite serve if it's clicking. and has a chance, Gulbis, Ernests Gulbis. I think he's Latvian.
Mm-hmm.
He plays tomorrow. Iffy for me even to say how he's going to perform, but if he's on, he may do well, right?
Gulbis is a good. He can mess up any of these top ranked players' day. Anyone.
All right, and the last match notable tomorrow is Khachanov versus Federer. I chose Khachanov as my unseeded player, or one of my 2 unseeded players, even though I only had to have one place for Federer. Good match for tomorrow, so we'll see what happens with there.
Yeah.
All right, Carreno Busta was in a 5th set when we started this, so we'll have to see what happened with Carreno. He was down a break in the 5th. All right, so fantasy team update. We're going to end this on my men's and women's teams. I lost 2 players, Dimitrov and Stevens. Carla lost Stevens, so she's lost 1, I've lost 2. My sons, in case you watched the fantasy selection show, my sons lost Sevitsova and Stevens. That's Jonathan with potentially Carreno Busta. He was down a break in the 5th. My other son, Chris, lost Gasquet and Stevens and maybe Busta. He chose Busta as well. Again, he was down a set in the 5th. So we're running out of time. It's been a long 2 shows, so sorry about the length. Again, a lot of matches the first day at Wimbledon. It'll be a long day tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed the show. Click a like below. Subscribe below. And thanks, everybody, for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. As always, Carla says...
Hasta mañana.
See ya.
Bye.